Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. For those of you who watched the previous video, you may remember this pickup truck was black before. Actually, I have completed it. I decided to put the engine in when everybody could see it, but I decided that the black was a bit too much. So I painted it blue and I put stripes on it. I think that looks better. So now we need to install the engine, get the engine and drivetrain put in, and then the truck is done. And this is the Ford Boss engine, I think. Yeah, V8 SOHC Boss. Yeah, when I finished the other night with the previous car, and I was looking at this thing, and I thought, well, I'll do a little bit on it so it doesn't look completely terrible. And a little became more and more until I had completely redone. The whole suspension and everything. I took the engine out, left it on the stand, and went home for the night. And when I came back today, I rebuilt the engine. So now we should be good to go. Yep, all done. Oh, geez. It would help if I put oil in it, huh? Now we can test it and see what kind of power increase it's got, because it is, of course, completely upgraded, because that's what I do. And we'll see, starting with 381 horsepower. If we don't get over 500, I'll be shocked. $671. Even more than I thought, because really 602, 6, 216, carry the 1, 762 would be doubling the power 100%. So that's not too shabby at all. Of course, this is a truck. It's not a speedster. This is a truck. And it's got off-road tires on it, so I'm not going to drive this one anyway, because I know what off-road tires do on the speed track. And this is a vehicle that would definitely be a working vehicle with a lot of power. Too bad they don't have like accessories. We could put like a winch or a crane or something on it, make it a real work truck, as opposed to just something that somebody with too much money drives in the city for no reason. But anyway. This truck is worth $268,000, $269. So yeah, I'm very happy doing jobs. I'm very happy doing jobs that pay off like that. And so now that we've cleared the garage, we can go to the junkyard. Okay, what are we looking at here? Something with a wing on it. I think this, yeah, Ferrari. This is like a F350. Lamborghini Gallardo. I don't think I've done this car before. Let's see what else is here, if anything. The Corvette. This could be such a good car. Just the mod is really kind of... You can the the modder on the workshop said that he'd lost interest in doing this car, and that he put it out just because somebody asked for it. And you can tell, because this piece here, the interior, is actually a body piece, and if you could take it out, you know, you'd see basically straight through to the ground. And the way the inside of the engine compartment is modeled, and it's not even as valuable as doing one of the Reptilia R2s. I've done a couple of them, and they're really disappointing as far as how much money you make off of them. So hopefully, is that another F50? Yeah, that's. I don't want to do that because I mean it's a valuable car. It's like a $2 million car. I'll probably go ahead and buy it, but I don't want to do it right now. Mustang. Yeah, the V6 Mustang convertible. I did one of these. I'm waiting to find a V8 because I'm pretty sure they have a V8 version of this. I don't want to do another V6. And what are you? Another Aventador. This is Lamborghini Day in the Junkyard, and this is a 370Z. I'm thinking the Gallardo, because I haven't done one of them before. I'm going to buy the F50 and I'm going to do it later, just for the money. And the Gallardo will do now, and find out what it turns into, what it looks like. Look at that big old hole in there. It's only $18,000, and the F50 was like $220,000. Okay, we've got some cars, so let's go back. Looks like the game wants me to do this first because it put me next to it. So we'll just quickly cosmetically clean this up, because it'll make it significantly more valuable. Just doing this will do huge things to the cost of the car. I should have this memorized by now. Seat 964 and steering wheel 8. I think the radiator and the two radiators in the back take the regular radiator fan housing, and the one in the front takes fan housing B. I think I need to buy a battery too. also want to replace those fuel tanks. I was in part mount mode there. I'm not sure when I did that, but hey. You may notice there that I have a 6P engine in my inventory. That's the 6P engine that was in the Challenger that I bought the other day. I took it out, and rather than just throw it away, I took it apart and rebuilt it. And now I'm going to sit on it until I find a car that calls for the 6P engine that I don't feel like, or either won't allow, say, an upgraded Hemi engine to go into it, or I just don't feel like doing one. And that way I'll have a nice 6P engine ready to go. Okay, that car now has gone from $220 something thousand dollars to $735, and it's just been cosmetically cleaned up. Factory color is this. It's not black, but it's kind of, well, it's black. It's black enough. It looks like a really kind of a slate. So this car I can let sit now. It won't stink up the place quite so badly. And fully done, it'll be fully done. It'll be a $2 million car. So I'll definitely be finishing that before I shoot it out the door. And I see the fuel tank there standing up on end. This thing doesn't seem like it has a lot in the way of body parts to worry about. Is this engine? There's some pistons in it. A few. They're not all. There's like 4 pistons in it. So this is like a engine block and a crankshaft. Okay, let's see first what seats. Of course, seat 11 leather D is the racing seat. Wheel M3. For a second I was worried I wouldn't spell that right. I bought a couple of windows I guess I didn't really need. Yeah, I don't know what those are supposed to go to. But the body is 100% now, so I don't need them. Unless there's a version of this car that those go to. Oh, I like that color. So this is one. This is a mod where there aren't any exhaust pieces. Once the engine is built, it'll just be the manifolds. Oh yeah, definitely keeping that color. I rather like the looks of this car already. I haven't kept any. I mean, I've built a few Lamborghinis, but I haven't kept any of them except a Lamborghini Countach, the LP5000. I kept one of those because of nostalgia. Those were the kind of cool cars that everybody fantasized about when I was in high school. It's the mod for it is fine. I mean, it's decent enough, but it's disappointing in the sense that it's not very valuable. It's not a valuable car, so it's kind of disappointing to build if you're looking to sell it for money. But I did keep one just for that. The other Lamborghinis I've done, like I've done the Huracan. I'm probably pronouncing that badly. And the Aventador and the Centenario. The Centenario is one that I wouldn't keep anyway because it's worth so freaking much money. I mean, it's like $2.5, almost $3 million to build one of those cars. If I liked it more, I would keep one, regardless. Like the Bugatti Veyron that I kept. I mean, that's a $2 million car. but I liked it enough to keep it. Actually, I think that's the most valuable car that I have in my private collection. Besides, well, I got the Porsche 959 and the Aston Martin whoops, that's not spelled right. The Aston Martin DB5. Those are both over $1 million. Okay, what do we have left? The tie rods, the steering rack, and the sway bars. Sway link B, front sway bar. Most of the remaining stuff is red. I wonder if we'll manage to repair any of it. So, one front axle knuckle cover. And knuckle B. I don't think I want to go with these rims either. These are Pagani Huayra rims. I want to try something else. Yeah, 19-inch. Something black and 19-inch would look really good with red. Nothing's really speaking to me. I think maybe this right here, I think. The two-tone black and bare metal. I think that'll work. Probably. I'm in the mood to try something different. I haven't used this rim before, so I'm going to go for it. 235, 35, 19. I'm going to put slicks on it too, because it's going to be fast. Because it's got a Pagani V12 engine in it, and it's going to have a crazy amount of horsepower when it's done. I try to assemble things in a systematic kind of way, because if I don't, I will lose track of where I'm at and just confuse myself to no end. And plus, for me, I like to do these things so that they feel balanced to me, because otherwise, since the game doesn't take gravity into account, you have things just hanging in the air. That kind of bothers me a little bit, so I have to try and do something about it. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. We'll have to see what it looks like when it's all assembled and going down the track. Alrighty then. When there's no gear, what the hell's the word I want? No, when there's no axle and no cross member, things come apart really fast. Oh yeah. I was just thinking, what else do I need to get? And then I remembered that I need to get the rear double wishbone shock. And we'll try to repair the rest of this stuff. I saw something fail there, I'm not sure what it was. Rear axle knuckle cover, upper suspension arm. Now we repaired the gearbox, so we can sell that. $850 is better than scrap value. Rear drive axle B. Okay, and I want to... These are also 19. And those will be 295, 35, 19. Should go ahead and yank out what's left of that engine. Okay, 295, 35, 19. 295, 35, 19. So I got the correct size tires. Okay, and that's as far as we can go now until the engine is done. And we've gone from about 18,000 to 65,000. So that's not too bad. It's definitely worth our time. What do we have in here? 4 pistons. So we need 5 of these, and we need 12 of these. And we need 12 of these. Further, we will need 12 of these. And 12 of these things. So for the V12, we will need engine head A, engine head B. We'll need 4 of these. And we'll need 2 of these, 2 of these, 1 of those, 1 of those, and 1 of these. That should be it from here. We'll also need an alternator. And I'm pretty sure I actually bought a fuel filter now that I think about it. Yep, I did. So then for V12 we need a water pump. Need these timing covers. 2 of those, 1 of these, 1 of those. Need this, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. That actually should take us a long way. Need these head covers. Oh, and the manifold cover. Need an absolute ton of camshaft caps. And this is like 20 of these, I think. Coils. Need ignition coils for the spark plugs. That should be, well, I know I need to, I'm gonna have to buy a block too. So the block and the crankshaft that we got, we couldn't use, so we have to buy those. And water pump uses 2 water pump pulleys. Crankshaft pulley. Going to be a roller or 2 as well. I can't remember which one is which though. I think it's roller B. So once again, we are building an engine from scratch. This is always fun, right? And God help me, I have done a lot of V12s lately. At least that Porsche Carrera GT that I worked on the other day was a V10. That was a nice change of pace, since it seems like all I'm getting to build lately is Pagani V12s. And it's mainly just this engine. This is the engine from the Zonda. The engine from the Tempesta, the Joyera Tempesta, is twin turbo, single overhead cam. And I think it actually puts up even bigger numbers than this engine does when it's all built out. Okay. I always feel like you've kind of passed a watershed moment when you turn it over and start working on the top. It looks more and more like an engine as you add more things to it. Oh, I didn't buy cam gears. I knew I forgot something. It's kind of deceptive. You do that and you think, yeah, I'm done, and then you go to the other side and you're like, oh, I'm not done. Whew, wow. I tell you what, man. Doing camshaft caps like that, that's seriously the most mind-numbing thing that you can do in this game. Oh, I think I bought a roller B and not a roller A. I knew I needed at least one roller. I've built so many of these stupid engines lately, you'd think I'd have it memorized by now. But, yeah, I need a roller A. And a belt tensioner, too. I don't think I bought one. Pretty sure I got the belt, though. Okay, perfect. Looks like it's all done. And I just realized I need to buy a starter. Yeah, see the way the axles don't actually connect to the transmission there. Okay, we got to put oil in it. Don't want to do like I did with the Ford truck earlier and forget to put oil in it. Alright, that should be 100%. Yep, 100% across the board. Excellent. So let's test it now. From 667 to 1157. That's a lot of horses. I want to just make a quick note of this paint combination, because I never seem to be able to figure out exactly how to get really good colors all the time. I just wanted to write those numbers down, otherwise I'd never find them again. Okay, let's take a look at it. I actually think it looks pretty good. The last Lamborghini I remember working on that I liked looking at was I think the Aventador. This one I like, but then it's red, and I am positively disposed toward anything that's red. Seems like it's gone together pretty well. I don't know what the green stripe is about. Must be something to do with the construction of the car. It says it's 71 degrees Fahrenheit over there. That's like refrigerated. That's like pretty chilly. Okay, cool. It looks alright. I like the look of it. I would even be tempted to keep one of them. But maybe, I mean, I'm sure I will find another one of these. I've seen this car before, I just have never bothered to work on one before. So let's take it for a drive real quick. Okay, let's see how she looks here. Yeah, definitely. Definitely works for me. A little bit darker than I really like, but I like anything that's red, and this is a good red. So, okay, so it's going to be difficult to control with nearly 1,200 horsepower. With the slick tires, I should be able to keep it on the straight and narrow. Though it's trying to drift to the right on me. Closing in on 200 miles an hour already. Ah, that was a mistake. I screwed up. tried to turn it too hard, and when you're closing in on 200 miles an hour, you can't make hard control movements. It's not the fastest car I've built, but it's up there. Yeah, this car came out very nice. I'm really pleased with it. Okay, so that's cool. We have completely rebuilt the car, driven it, seen what it's capable of. Now it's time to sell it. And we're gonna rack in $182,000, it looks like. 183. So yeah, anything over 100 grand, I'm happy with. 183,000, I'm perfectly content with that. So, goodbye. Cool. Maybe eventually maybe if I find another one of those cars, I'll keep it for myself, because I really liked how it looked when it was done. So I will finish up the F50 I'll finish up the F50 for next time and get it out of here next time. And then of course we'll go find something else, because that's what we do. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope to see you again for our next Junkyard adventure. So on that note, bye for now.